Hello, everyone. Hello. Ah, is that my phone? Yeah. Hello, lovelies. Hello, everyone. Kindly share this show as you're joining us. I've been trying my possible best to just keep quiet concerning this anti-Iyabo stand on mohbad's case. But tabaso, at some point, we all need to learn to say the truth. I don't care if you, some of these miscreants on this Facebook, if you're gonna come after me, I don't care about you. You should know that I don't really give a damn about that because truth is just one. And there are few of us that really cares about the truth. And there's so many of you, numerous of you, that only cares about clout. You only care about fame. You are so wicked to the point whereby you don't even know when to stop. You don't know when to put full stop to your actions, to your evil deed. So currently, can I share the shows you're joining us because I really want to understand Auntie Iyabo. I want to understand you because only dedemia ho, only iwoni koni be pomoje. You need to understand this thing. I like you as a person, but you are overdoing things. And at this point, I'm beginning to see you like a destroyer, someone who can be paid or who can destroy anybody that is not in good term with you or anyone that doesn't obey to what you want. Seriously, it's quite fortunate that this is our society, we really don't care about getting justice. We only care about faces, public faces. We don't care about getting justice for anyone. We're all shouting justice for mohbad, justice for mohbad. How? You guys should tell me how. Is it by some idiots on that Facebook or internet that are telling the police or they're telling the general public what to say and what not to say? Those who are preventing some other people from voicing their opinion, you need to understand something. It is not about you being able to speak English. Education is different. Knowing how to speak language is different. If there is nothing on this earth there and you want to call yourself an activist, I think you just need to go back into your home and do that activism among your children. That is not what they call activism. Because if you want to call yourself an activist, you shouldn't play with people's emotion. You shouldn't use emotions to get justice. You need to do what? You need to be well educated with human rights, and whatever that should be coming out of your mouth should be something that is within the constitution, not for you to be preying on people's emotion and how gullible a lot of Nigerians, some Nigerians are. You can't be calling yourself an activist by using people's emotion and by using people's pain to enrich your pocket. You can't do that. And let me tell you something. Auntie Iyabo, I watched one video where you mentioned that Naira laced your daughter and your son, your children, that he drugged them. Excuse me, Sister Iyabo, if you don't want to find yourself on the floor, yekbete, you understand? I would just advise you to look for another excuse, to say another thing. Why is it that when you get involved with any case that have to do with crime, criminal stuff, that have to do with suspect, at the end of the day, you always make it about yourself? Auntie Iyabo, why? Auntie Iyabo, why? Why do you always make every cases about yourself at the end of the day? Because when Baba Jesha issue happened, that was the same thing you did. You made it about yourself, and at the end of the day, you said you have so many people that this man has done that to. I think at some point you even said he has done the same thing to you before. What? And you even mentioned something. You said you have 4 or 5 people, pedophiles in your family. And you know what? You kept quiet. And do you know law? Protecting criminals, don't you know, is also against the law? But it's quite unfortunate that our people, Nigerians, their issue is more like serpent. When you're trying to help a serpent will always do its thing. Ejò will always bite you. While trying to help these people, trying to educate them about their rights as a human, they will come after you. Because I know some idiots will still come after me to tell me that, I don't care about those things. But truth is just one. Educate yourself. Because come to think of it, look, a lot of Nigerians and Jackpa, everybody is doing Jackpalization, everything. And that country that we are Jackparing to, what do we learn from those countries? What do we learn there? One thing you need to understand about these white people that we're trying to imitate is that if they travel somewhere and they say that something is right, before any one of them will even decide to leave their country, it means they're trying to get something better, something that their country cannot afford to give them. You understand what I'm saying? So, getting to their destination, they will use whatever they find in that new land to take care of their country. But we Nigerians, in our own cases, why is it that we traveled out there and the next thing we do is to just, to just turn to leech, to just we turn ourselves to parasites on these countries, and we're unable to bring something back home. We're unable to learn something from these countries, something that can develop Nigeria. We can't learn their system, what make that country to work before you and I will look at this country, that this country is good. I want to run to this country. I want to live in this country. There is something that makes that country work, which is their system. Why can't we also imitate them by bringing those things to Nigeria instead of you how to start using your emotion to judge things or to follow cases? You claim that your children was drugged. Excuse me, Festus and Prissy, they are not teenagers. They are not underage. So think about your defense very well. Think about what you're going to say this time around. Can you all remember Baba Jesha case? You and so-called princess, you guys to use a minor as a bait. In which constitution? Is that right? And what happened? You guys are abusing the power of women. But you guys are abusing the power of women because you know one person to somebody knows somebody. And for how long can those people keep protecting you? Except those people too, they don't care about their life. Because at some point, people will actually rebel against you guys. You are the same person. I don't understand what is wrong with you people. That if somebody is hearing their own opinion, instead of you to voice yours and to be instead of you to act with instead of you to act with diplomacy, you act with emotion. At the end of the day, you ended up destroying more people's mind, all in the name of followers. So if somebody is voicing their own opinion, the next thing you're going to do is to just come out, to label this person, to come after this person, to lay all sorts of curses on this person. Why can't you force your own opinion and let other people also voice out their own? But instead, because you know that these people are well learned than you, it is not about saying we speak English. To hell with school English. Nobody cares about that bullshit. Nobody cares about those bullshits, because even someone who has not been to secondary school, somebody who is not able to write his or her name, can have the spirit of activism in them. And that is well respected than you all, that you feel like you have the numbers, you have the money, and you have the little education. And instead of you to use it to educate people, you are abusing people and you keep destroying that country. For what? For what? Iyabo, you need to stop. Are you the only one in the industry? What is your problem, sir? Okay, why? Why? And you keep getting yourself engaged with people like you on social media, bullies. Excuse me to say this. Bullies, people that they also are using people to enrich their own pockets. And you guys keep using your own followers to destroy people more. How dare you guys to say, what's it called? DNA is not needed. Are you related to mohbad? Are you telling me that you love mohbad more than his father? Who the heck are you? When mohbad was alive, what help did you render to him? Did you sponsor his education? What have you done for mohbad when he was alive? Are you the one that brought him to the timeline? Are you the one that brought him to the music industry? Are you the one that taught him how to do carpentry work? How much did you spend on this boy? So who the hell are you to put yourself on the timeline as if you love this boy more than his father? And the worst part of it is that some Olori Buruku, some unfortunate soul on this Facebook, they started staging show, doing calling show to rake us on this man that just lost his child. Ṣé iná lè pa ọmọ tí yín jẹ náà ká wo bó ṣe ń rí lára? Ṣé iná lè pa ọmọ? Ṣé ẹ̀yin idiots yìí, can you do the same thing to your own son or to your own children for us to know how it feels? You know, even Latiti Koshe, it has always been like this, that people hate the truth. But that doesn't mean that we will keep quiet. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I'm just having a little advice for you. That me how you are overstepping the boundary. Because it will get to one point, those people that you depend on, those people that you are using to what's it called? To destroy the justice, to disrupt the investigation, at some point they will get tired. You need to understand this. Because the same way we were able to open people's eyes is during, you see, this thing is more like, it's just like open and icing, what's it called? Icing chemical. Those into science will understand what I'm saying. Icing chemical, and you now feel like this thing is cold, and all you can do is to also drop it into water. The fact that a chemical is cold does not mean that it is not hazardous. If you want to bring your children into this case, Auntie Iyabo, be careful. That's the only thing I have to tell you. Be careful. Seriously, be careful. Now, look at this lover that I really, this lover really for my hand, Sha. Just lover that I feel like, among all bloggers, that I always feel like you always stand by what is right. Just lover, you form my hand though. I'm very disappointed in you. Seriously. Look at what you did. Look at what they did to this guy. Very dark man, very black man, very dark man, very dark black man. Yes, that guy. Because this guy is voicing out his own opinion. You guys went ahead to blackmail him, try to shut him up with his nudity. Is this right? If you feel like you're doing a marvelous job, if you feel like you're doing the right thing, why can't you leave and let others leave? You know, people who really cares about people are people that respect others. People who cares about even the most dumpiest and foolish opinion. They say listen to it, but they just respect it. They will respect it, that is what you think, and they just respect you for that. And that doesn't mean they agree with you. But in you guys' case, you know, you will see somebody who is saying something different from what you want, and the next thing is that you're gonna use your battalions of idiots to fight such person, to keep that person shut. Nigerians, are we going forward or we are going backward? Tell me how the politicians will not use us like pawns on their chessboard. Tell me how. Tell me how. Because they know that with our emotions, there is nothing upstairs. We can't function well. Fiki Ayelomi, you're right. They know we can't function well with our emotion, and that is the reason why they will always choose some evil, some wicked fellow. They will just throw those people in our midst. They can be a celebrity, they can be a blogger, they can be whatever, just to divert our attention. If we want to get justice for mohbad, for you few viewers, commentators, or Nigerians that really cares about getting justice for mohbad, try your possible best not to be emotional, and also to forget about a celebrity face. Forget about these celebrities' faces. It won't help us on this case. No question should be ruled out. No question should be ruled out. If they request for DNA, it should be done. If they say somebody did this, somebody did that, that they shouldn't be ruled out. But come to think of it, let's say you also lost your child. God forbid, none of you will lose your children. But let's say you're mourning your child. And some idiots, all in the name of, they are celebrities, they have the numbers, they have the followers, and they started accusing you that you only cares about your children or your child's property. Does that make sense at all? Does that make sense at all? How will you feel? How will you feel? Every one of you, see, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't want Nigeria to remain in stagnant, the next generation needs to teach every children human rights. Even if you are not able to complete your education, even if you are not able to go to secondary school, even if you are not able to go to primary school, not talk of university, know your rights as a human. That is very, very, very important. And Iyabo, take it easy. If you say they drugged Priscilla and Vestus, well, then we are all coming up on board. Another third world war will arise for Nigeria because we won't keep quiet, seriously. As you all know me, I don't look people's faces. I know they look face at all. If you are my best friend and you do nonsense, I will say it the way it is. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about followers. You say for this truth, saying the truth, I don't care. I will always say it. And justice for mohbad.